What's going on, everybody? My name is Denzel Williams and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's episode, we're going to talk about a pair of budget-friendly earbuds that give you quality, but at the same time won't break the bank. And they are the CMF by Nothing But Pros. Now, if you watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that this is the same company that produced the Nothing Ear 2s, but these particular earbuds are part of their budget-friendly product line called CMF. And CMF stands for color, material, and finish. But before we get into any major details, I want to give you a brief nudge to go ahead and tap that subscribe button and let me know in the comments below what you think after all of this is said and done. So don't be a stranger, just go ahead and get in the comment section and let me know what you think about these inexpensive headphones. And normally the first thing that comes to people's minds when it comes to earbuds is probably the more expensive ones, but these come in at a very inexpensive price of $49, which to me was a little bit alarming at first because I was like, $49 for some headphones when I'm used to paying a whole premium price of $100 or more for headphones. Kind of had me worried a bit, but as I started to use them, I definitely was surprised with how good they really are. And now as far as the unboxing goes, it's kind of not an unboxing, it's more like a reveal in a sense, because the box itself is not really a box. It's more so like opening up a new book in which you have on the left side, you have some general information of how to pair with the actual Nothing app. And then on the right side, you have your USB-C charging cable, the case, the earbuds themselves, and kind of like your warranty and, you know, instructional booklet as well too. Going into the case design, I do like, you know, how simple it is. It's just like a round, almost like a jewelry box style type opening when it comes to the earbuds. You have this bright orange case as well as orange earbuds, and I went with the orange just to kind of just to be different. I think that orange is not like my favorite color or anything, but you do have multiple options in the event that you want to pick a different color. But I just thought the orange would be something different, and I kind of liked it, you know, a little bit of splash of color. As you all know, I love things that are just bright sometimes or just different than your traditional white, silver, black, or something like that. So if there's normally a brighter option, I'm gonna go for it. But as far as charging the earbuds and charging the case, like I said earlier, you do have a USB-C charging port on the back of the case. And looking at the finish of how the case is made, it does have a plasticky vibe in a sense of, it reminds me of like a cheap, you know, mouse or whatnot, computer mouse. But at the same time, it does have this silver clasp on the back that gives it a little bit of touch of elegance. So it's not as bad as you would think. Now, going into the earbud design itself, they are very similar to the AirPod Pros, in which it's almost the exact same, minus a few differences, of course, but they are very lightweight. I didn't experience a lot of ear fatigue. You also have the ability to change the earbuds out from small, medium, and large. So you do have that to, you know, fit if you need to for better comfort. In addition to, they are IP54, in which, you know, sweat and a little bit of dust resistant as well too, but not fully submersible. And you can also notice on the inside of them, they have two little dots, and these pair up, like I said earlier, to the case to be able to charge the earbuds. I was able to work out in the headphones, and I didn't notice that they were loose or anything like that. They kind of stayed put. Now, of course, with any earbuds, over time, if you're working out, moving around, you're gonna have to readjust. I think that's just the caveat when you're using just, I would say, traditional earbuds that just go in your ear. But as for the most part, it did take a while for them to kind of get loose. Even when running on a treadmill or moving around or things like that, they stayed pretty well put. And I think that's a great key for me, because a lot of times I use my headphones for mostly working out or just kind of casually listening to music and, you know, occasional phone calls. But with that, you know, working out and things of that nature, these held up very well. Now, as far as battery life, CMF states that you get up to 11 hours of playback with the earbuds and about 39 hours with the charging case. But for me, I was able to use these for about 5 hours. I went to the gym and had to take a couple phone calls while in the gym, so slowed me down a bit. But at the same time, I was using the active noise canceling as well too. And about that time, it was about 20% once I got back into my apartment and everything from being in the gym and taking multiple phone calls. So it was about 20% there. And that was about 5 hours of, you know, just kind of being in the gym or using them. So it got down to 20%. But I was able to get about 5 hours up until it was like 20%. So that may push me into like 6 or 7 hours, but again, be mindful of that. I think when you have the noise canceling on, you may have to take those out, but I don't see anybody actually maybe using these all day for 4 or 5 hours straight. You more than likely you're gonna take them out and put them back in the charging case, and they charge pretty quickly. And as far as setup is concerned, it's the exact same as the setup for the Nothing Ear 2. So you download the app, and from there you're able to pair the headphones by opening up the headphones, and from there the app recognizes it, and then you're able to walk through which particular pair of earbuds you have. So once you select those, you're able to go in and see everything that you can customize as far as being able to use active noise canceling, or if you're able to use a transparency mode, you can use that as well too. Or if you wanted to set the equalizer to different types of equalizers to where you can have more of a bass heavy or more low treble, or you can do a custom equalizer that makes it, you know, personal to what you like to hear and how you like to hear music, or how you like to hear other things as well too once you're watching it. So you do have that customizable feature, which I think honestly in a pair of cheaper headphones, that's something that, you know, I kind of like, because, you know, it doesn't break the bank as far as price, but you do have the ability to kind of feel more of a personal touch when it comes to headphones. And I think with any product, you want to be able to put your own stamp on your own things. So, but the Nothing app itself is very smooth and very easy to maneuver. And also within the app, you can set up to each earbud to kind of what functions you want. So you can do double tap to skip music, or triple tap to go forward, or being able to double tap and hold to be able to change the volume up and down. I think as far as controls, it's very much easy to do, but I think the only thing my gripe is always is that I love the fact to be able to change the volume with kind of like a more traditional touch in the sense, but you are able to change the volume on the headphones by setting it to, it's almost like a double tap. So it's a double tap and then a long press, and you're able to change the volume. But I think for the most part, you can kind of change it the way that you feel like, if you're left-handed or right-handed, or how you want each earbud. So I do like that customization part of it. And I think it's something that, you know, most people who use this particular pair of earbuds will like as well too. Also within the Nothing app, there are other settings as well too that kind of gives you the ability to be able to find your earbuds. Just make sure you're not wearing them, because what it does is, in order to find the earbuds, it plays a loud tone. So it tells you like, hey, make sure one is not in your ear when you're trying to find the other one. Or if you want in-ear detection, so once you put them in, it automatically plays. And like I said earlier, you can set your active noise canceling to, you know, high or low, or if you want to do transparency mode, or you want to turn active noise cancellation off, you can do it as well too. And also set the shortcuts on the earbuds as well too, depending on the left and right ear. So again, there are a bunch of different other settings as well too. And like I said, feel free to explore those as well too. When it comes to Bluetooth connectivity, of how these pair with your phone, or, you know, just are you losing connectivity anytime? There have been some points where I have lost a little bit of connectivity, in a sense of all of a sudden the music will stop playing and then it'll just repair. So that may be something that's just with Nothing in general. I've noticed that even with the Nothing Ear 2s, they were the same thing. So it kind of like all of a sudden it would just drop, or then it would just repair, but it would be normally when I'm first using it. So let's say if I sit it down for a little bit and then start using it again, it'll be that initial startup, but after that, I don't experience any drops. So just something to be on the lookout for, but it wasn't something to me that hindered my ability to be able to use them all the time. It's just something that I've noticed from time to time, and it also didn't happen every time, but it did happen. So like I said, just be aware of that when using these also. The main thing I was really impressed with these earbuds was the actual audio quality. And to me, they are better than the Nothing Ear 2s. I repeat, to me, they're better than the Nothing Ear 2s as far as quality for me. They definitely produce some rich sounds as far as bass. They're really bass heavy. So if you like earbuds that, you know, as far as quality, it's bass heavy, then these are the ones for you. But even when you're listening to more melodic and low tone, like I'm an R&B guy, so listening to R&B, you can definitely hear those vocals come out really well in these. And that was one thing I was impressed, because normally if I bought cheaper headphones or earbuds, whatever you want to call it, they lack in quality, but these sound really, really good. And even with the active noise canceling, I was impressed as well too, because it did bring down a lot of that noise, especially when you're working out or outside, out and about. It brings down the noise a little bit. So I wouldn't compare these to any of your higher end earbuds. What I would compare these to is just other earbuds amongst that same price segment. Like just stay in that range of like $60 and below. But for me, I think that they definitely did a great job being able to cut down a lot of that noise. And even with the transparency mode, it did kind of enhance, you know, the noise around you. So to be able to kind of listen more to your surroundings, depending on if you're using it as well too. In addition to listening to music, talking on the phone was just as good as well too. You know, able to have conversations with people, and they kind of, you know, they know that you're probably on headphones, but it doesn't sound like you're underwater. It doesn't sound like you're muffled. It sounds really good from what they've told me as well too. And I've heard, you know, what that sounds like as well too. So it's not bad. And again, it's one of those things that listening experience is going to vary person to person, because I think everybody's ears are different and what you hear is a little bit different from anybody else. So that's very hard to kind of depict. But with these, I definitely was impressed as far as the quality of them putting that kind of technology into something that only costs you about 49 bucks. So that right there kind of blew my mind in a sense. But I definitely think once you get your hand on a pair of these, you'll be like, yeah, these are pretty good. As I said moments ago, comparing these to premium style earbuds are definitely not something that I would recommend. I would probably, like I said, anything $60 and below is right where you need to kind of compare and contrast these two. Anything above that, you're kind of getting a little bit too far ahead. And I think that you're getting out of the budget friendly group of earbuds as well too. So I think that's one of those things to where it's kind of like, you know, what do you value as far as, you know, earbuds? I think that's the main thing when it comes to cheaper earbuds and headphones, because there's a ton of different options. If you scroll through Amazon or, you know, just anywhere, you can see that there are a lot of different options, and what differentiates those from every other, you know, particular brand. Like why should I pay an extra 20 bucks for these and I can get 20 bucks for those? And I think it boils down to, what do you actually value? Is it style? Is it comfort? Is it brand loyalty? Is it audio quality? Is it build quality? Is it a combination of all of those? Is it even another set of characteristics? But I think those for me boil down to, what do you value? And I think from there you're able to pick out between, you know, 40 something odd different pair of headphones to see which one fits for you. And I think once you figure out what you value the most out of that particular list that I just gave, I think you're able to figure out what's best for you. And I think that's going to vary from person to person. But I think with these particularly, they're really good for the price. And I think that they also are a bit stylish, because you do have those, you know, different colors. And I think it's a brand that's on the incline, and hopefully they stay in this budget friendly market as well too, to kind of provide people with better options. But I think you will be actually impressed once you get a hold of these, to be honest. So it all boils down to, are these earbuds for me? Should these be the ones that I go buy? And, you know, is $50 too much? Should I go get a $30 pair? And honestly, anytime you're looking at the $50 or less category when it comes to earbuds, it's really a shot in the dark, because they all could be good and they all could be really bad. So I think you have to take your time and be like, okay, going back to what I said earlier, what do I value? What do I want from my headphones? How can I make these fit for me? And once you do that, you kind of do a process of elimination and see. But I can guarantee you with these to me kind of blew me away in a sense. And they're definitely something that I think I could use in my daily headphone rotation, because they not only provide the comfort that I'm looking for, but they also provide the quality. And I think with that, you know, you can go out and spend 200 bucks on a pair of earbuds, it's fine. But when you can get something that's just as good a quality at 50 bucks, you kind of can't beat that. So for me, I definitely think these could fit in anybody's budget. And I think that's the great part about it, whether it be kids or, you know, teenagers, young adults, whomever, you can buy these and at the end of the day, still get a quality product, but again, not break the bank. And I think that's the times that we're in. We don't really want to go out there and spend hundreds of dollars on a pair of earbuds just to lose them. So if you lose these, it's not as bad as losing a pair of AirPods or a pair of Bose or, you know, a pair of the JBLs, you know, that I've talked about earlier. So these definitely are something that I think you would benefit from if you got them, and I definitely endorse it. And they're gonna be ones that I use a lot. So feel free to take this review and go ahead and go out there and buy you a pair as well too, because I definitely think that there'll be a pair of earbuds that you'd be like, 50 bucks, I think it was worth it. But as always, if you stayed around this long, I appreciate you for sticking around. Please be sure to leave a like and tap that subscribe button, and let me know in the comments below what you think. Is there another, you know, $50 or less budget-friendly brand that you may like or that you've used and honestly, you know, you think that they're the best thing out right now. So let me know in the comments below what you think about those, and if these would be something that you think that you could buy and, you know, you can use yourself. But until next time, much love, peace.